from Crypto.com Arena. Here's Andy Kamenetzky.
What is up?
Hey.
Los Angeles, it is destination for LA sports. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant.
We got to fix that name. I think it is universally disliked, yet it somehow persists.
It has tested poorly.
Right.
Not just with audiences, by the way.
No.
With the actual hosts
Yes.
of Destination.
All of us.
Like you, me, Beto,
Beto.
Peter, Trudell.
Yeah.
Does anybody like it?
It does not roll off the tongue
No.
at all.
No. What it is, you and I have said this from the beginning, Marcus, because you and I were among the pioneer hosts.
I think we might have been the first.
We may have been the first. And look, just so it's clear, Bergman, Morales, whoever may be listening, Sam Pines, we love doing the show.
Yes. You just need a better name.
Yeah, the show itself is a great idea. Like, it's great that we are doing this.
Yes.
We should be doing this. We should do it year-round if possible.
Yes.
Destination for LA Sports is a tagline.
Yes.
It's a describer of what the station is. And by the way, accurate. ESPN LA 710 is the destination for LA Sports.
100%.
It's not a show name.
No.
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 We are really, I mean, this is now like a couple years that we've been raging against the dying of the light on this market.
And yet it persists.
Yeah. Yeah. Similar to, I guess, the persistence of whatever's going on in Shohei Ohtani's knee, because he is not going to be pitching tonight against the Diamondbacks, and he is not going to be participating in the All-Star game. He is going to be having that, I guess, problematic left knee drained. He's going to receive an injection. It's not going to require surgery, which is a good thing. And I don't think anyone is, for the time being, concerned that he won't be available or in good health for the actual playoffs. But it speaks to, I think, the necessity of him sitting out the All-Star game. I'm glad that we've landed on this.
Yeah, I think this was sort of in the works for a while, because I know that he missed a start about a week or so ago in Sacramento. They pushed him back a day, I think just to kind of give him an extra day of rest. Now, look, they got a 14-game lead in the division. They have the best record in baseball by, I think, a game and a half, 2 games, something like that. Why not just get him off his feet? I know he's going to DH over the weekend against the Diamondbacks, but get him off his feet, let him rest. Even in the All-Star game, what was he going to do? He wasn't going to do the home run derby. He'd show up, he'd shake a few hands, he'd probably get his obligatory 2 at-bats in the All-Star game, and then, like, hop on a plane and go to wherever he was going to go for a couple of days. So why not just let him rest, get him off his feet, save him, because what happens in August, September, October is way more important than a couple of days in Philadelphia.
Is there some degree of relief that he is still able to hit? Like, in terms of thinking about this big picture, and obviously you and I are doing reckless speculation. Neither of us have anything close to a medical degree. I was not even a particularly good high school science student. But just, like, the idea that, yeah, he's not pitching, and that would be the most continual motion he would do tonight, as opposed to just coming up to the bat, coming up to the plate 4, maybe 5 times, and that's his night. That they can continue letting him hit. Does that give you some degree of solace with all this?
I think so. I mean, that it's not super serious. Like, if they were just shutting him down for an entire week, I think I'd be a little bit more concerned. But this is basically, we're going to lighten your workload a little bit. This is load management in its own special way.
Do they need to? And I'm asking you this because I think you may know either the rules or the unspoken rules of baseball and its pageantry more than me. I know they've already said that they are shutting him down from the All-Star game, but do they need to do any type of plausible deniability where he doesn't play Sunday just to keep baseball off his ass?
I don't think so. I mean, I think
because you see that with the NBA, like the All-Star game all the time. Like if you're in that game and you're not going to play, you need to miss a couple games leading up to it, or else the league will be really upset.
No, I think baseball is a little more lenient about that sort of thing, because I mean, especially with pitchers for sure, because guys that will start over the weekend, they are already sort of asking out of that. And I think for a guy like Shohei, the league has sort of made allowances for him because he's doing a thing that no one has ever done in our lifetime, right? Being a two-way player to the degree that he has. I got to believe that they are going to give him the leeway. I don't think there's any sort of, fudging or pretending. And especially, you mentioned, he's getting the knee drained. So there is some procedure that's happening. I think baseball's cool with it.
Yeah, it's like, I know we can all agree the Utah Jazz did a bleep load of tanking
Yes, they
last
did.
season. But, like, Jaren Jackson had actual surgery. Like, nobody does surgery just to, like, maintain the ruse of tanking.
Let's go into the knife.
Nobody,
just to pretend.
Nobody does that. Like, what Jaren Jackson Jr. had was legit. Could he have played through it? I guess, maybe. If the Jazz had something to play for that season, he probably would have. But, like, he dealt with something real. Like, unless you're talking about, like, plastic surgery or something, no athlete does this stuff just for fun. So, Ohtani's dealing with something real. This is also a reminder to me, or at least maybe a sign. It's something I think about a lot with Ohtani. Relish him being the two-way guy while you can, because I know he looks superhuman. I know he looks like a superhero. He looks invincible. We've never seen anything like it. This stuff is hard on him, man.
Yeah.
This is hard on his body.
Yeah. I mean, he just turned 32, last week? Earlier this week, I think it was. But he just turned 32. He is a father for the second time. Real life is starting to sort of catch up to him. And for all the work that he puts in, this isn't going to last forever. Now, ideally, we still get 3 to 5 more years of peak Shohei Ohtani, but it is sort of a reminder that there is a finite amount of time that we get to appreciate this.
Well, it's funny, actually. Like, remember the period in between when the Dodgers first got Ohtani and where we are now? And there was that period coming off whichever injury it was for Ohtani, where it was shoulder, I think, either
in
shoulder.
The World Series that he had a couple years ago?
No. Right after they got him from the Angels, but he was coming off, I don't remember.
It was an elbow, I think it was.
Elbow.
Yeah.
And he still had not pitched yet. And we knew that it was going to be some time before he actually started pitching again, much less maybe became a full-time two-way player. I had always been kind of skeptical, and I talked about it openly, that he ever was going to end up the two-way player, like a full-time two-way player, what he's been the second half of last year and where we are this year, just because I was like, it's really hard to do. And I wonder if the juice is actually worth the squeeze in terms of putting his body through it, just because he's worth $70 million a year just as a hitter. Like, he earns that money between what he does on the field and the gate he brings in. Like, he doesn't have to do this to prove that paycheck is worthy.
He doesn't have to, but I mean, this is also the reason the Dodgers are giving him $700 million to be that guy. And through, I guess, essentially a year, right? If you look at the last half of last year and so far this year, it's been worth it. I mean, the performance you've gotten out of him has been worth it. So I do get that. And look, I think this was also part of the reason he signed with the Angels originally was because they were the only team that was willing to take the chance and make him a two-way player. I think everybody else looked at what his offense could be and said, well, we don't want to waste that on you pitching every 5th or 6th day. So the Angels were willing to take a chance. He showed what he could do. The Angels foolishly let him walk away and got 0 in return. And so the Dodgers, I think they were willing to do that. To their credit, they put together a plan where they were going to slow walk this. They knew they had him for 10 years. We're going to slow walk this thing where you're not going to pitch at all the first year. We're going to slowly bring you along the second year. Now here we are in year 3 where he's sort of fully operational as much as he can be. And I think they're going to try to ride this. I think you get a couple more years out of this before you really have to make that decision.
This, by the way, what we are talking about right now with Ohtani and missing the All-Star game, and he's not getting his start tonight. It's going to be Hurt on the mound tonight.
Kyle Hurt, yeah.
Kyle Hurt's going to be on the mound tonight. And
imagine the bullpen game, probably.
Right, and ultimately, the result of this game itself, Dodgers are going to try to win, but it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, they are up 14 and a half games in the West. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But what we're talking about just speaks to yet another reason that it was such a crime the way the Angels did not capitalize on those prime years of Ohtani. Because if the DH had been in place for the National League when Ohtani first became available for the majors, and I think he ultimately would have ended up choosing the Dodgers, like the Dodgers would have capitalized on those prime years of two-way play that the Angels never did.
I mean, I think a thing from this era of the Angels that we will always remember is that they had arguably the two best players in Major League Baseball in Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, and did absolutely nothing with it. I don't think Shohei ever made the playoffs with the Angels. Mike Trout in his career has made the playoffs once. That's it.
It would be the equivalent. Like, remember with Kobe and Shaq, before Phil Jackson eventually arrived, and, they'd played together for 4 years, Phil arrives, and they finally get themselves over the top, win 3 straight. But, they had gone to the playoffs every year. They had a couple times, I believe, in the Western Conference Finals. That was considered a disappointment, and I understand why. But when you said the Angels had arguably the two best players in the league and did not get to the playoffs, it would be like if Kobe and Shaq spent all of those years together and got to the playoffs once and got swept. Like, it really is the equivalent.
Could you imagine that? I mean, how many people would get fired if that were the case? Like, everyone would be
Del Harris?
fired if something like that would happen.
I remember, as a diehard Laker fan, like, I remember feeling frustrated by this. Like, the idea of why can't the two of them figure this out? Why can't they stop fighting with each other? Why can't this team that's so clearly talented, they got Kobe and Shaq, why can't they go any further? They comparatively had a dynasty without winning a championship compared to what the Angels did with Ohtani and Trout. It's absolutely insane. Speaking of insane, Summer League, Vegas, not just because hopefully we're going to see Cameron Carr, who's going to be making his Vegas debut, have a really good night. We can talk about the impression he's made, but also, Marcus, there's fighting going on in Vegas.
Yeah.
There is fighting going on, and it's not the typical drunks that you see in Vegas. It's actually NBA players that are fighting. We'll get into that coming up next. Destination for LA Sports, Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, 710 ESPN.
And yes, it is July 10th in the Southland. Happy 710 Day. From our family to yours. Well, I mean, you are our family. Come on. You spend time with all of us, and we're a bunch of whack jobs, right? You're in that YouTube chat, you're on the app, you're on 710 a.m. Happy 710 Day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending time with LA's mega sports station. We appreciate it. And even though it's summertime, we can't wait for the fall season to begin. Happy 710 Day, and thanks for being here. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Hi folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hey, John Ireland here with the Globe Life Spotlight. Today we're shining a light on Stephanie Poe. Stephanie has been building a successful career at Globe Life since 2012. When she opened her agency, she started with nothing but a vision and the determination to succeed. Today, her team serves hundreds of business clients and is a Globe Life top performer. Thank you, Stephanie, for your incredible work, and thank you, Globe Life. Find life insurance you can afford and start your own success story today. To learn more, visit globelifecareers.com.
And it is the destination for LA sports.
Right now on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Games, like how much do you take into account? Like obviously a guy like that looks good, it's very exciting, but you also sort of have to factor in who's there, who's not there. I mean, when you look at a guy like Cameron Carr, how much stock do you put in that?
I always try to keep things grounded, just in the sense that, like, I've seen players have really good summer league performances and then struggle more in the pros. Like, I recognize this is summer league. And generally speaking, I tend to weigh more struggles with the summer league, particularly for a second-year player. If you are a second-year player and you're struggling in the summer league, that is generally, to me, alarming. Case in point, Dalton Knecht last year struggled a lot. Like, he looked worse last year than he did his rookie year in the summer league. That was alarming. So I am not going to lose my mind and declare like Cameron Carr a future all-star based on what he's done in the summer league. That said, though, he's looked really good. And another piece of this that I think is important and promising, he's doing this without any particularly great, even by summer league standards, point guard. Like, he's often had to create a lot of his own shots or work off ball, get fed for them. Because, like, they don't really have anybody to table set, and he's worked really well in those constrictions. So he's looked very, very good so far to me.
He's kind of shown what the scouting report was, right? I mean, very athletic, the big wingspan. I'm curious to see sort of how the rest of the summer goes on and what eventually happens. Because look, I don't think we have any illusions that he's going to somehow crack the rotation early on. I think.
I will say this. I don't think it's impossible, only because I think there could be need.
Okay.
Like, for guys who can be athletic, guys who can shoot, I think there could be a need. So I wouldn't say it's impossible. I think you're correct to say don't expect it, but I don't think it's impossible either.
Is it dependent on how the rest of the roster shakes out? Because obviously the Lakers aren't done yet.
One hopes.
Right? I mean, look, there's still names floating out there, right? You know, Jonathan Kuminga being the biggest one floating out there. I know, you and I talked before about the possibility of a PJ Washington. There are still some machinations, I think, in the works.
Look,
here.
the Lakers are really thin along the wings, like whether you're talking about big forwards, small forwards, they are thin in that area. And, Kevon Looney was brought in, I think, more as a third-string center than a second-string center. I think, I think, and also would like to think, they consider Mamu to be the primary backup center, at least for the time being.
That was my impression.
Yeah, and hopefully, I mean, one of the reasons that I think they need to whether it's Kuminga, whether it's PJ Washington, whether it's forward X. They need to bring somebody else in just because ideally Mamu is, I think, a very good reserve, but he is much more proven as a reserve than a starter. So the roster just feels incomplete. And I think the Lakers feel that way. Otherwise, we wouldn't have these constant reports of them trying to deal with Team Kuminga, which seems to be a really fun experience.
I mean, I just, have they negotiated pregame spreads and whether his family is allowed to take certain amounts of food? The whole Kuminga thing is if you can rein in all the off the court, behind the scenes craziness, you do have a really athletic, really talented wing player. I mean, I know that was sort of the push and pull that Steve Kerr and the Warriors had for all those years, is that they loved the talent. They loved what he could bring. After a while, all the other stuff just became too much to deal with.
Yeah, his agent one time went on. This was last offseason when the contract situation was dragging on. And one of the concerns I have about Jonathan Kuminga, and preface this by saying I have no problem with players wanting to get paid. I have no problem with them caring what they make. I care what I make. I presume you care what you make. Like, It is totally normal for anybody in any profession to care what their salary is. That being said, the contract seems to be both a constant sticking point and something of a preoccupation with Kuminga. And I have concerns about the number being too big in order to bring him in, so he puts this to the side. But I also have concerns that a contract that feels more commensurate to what he's actually done in the league is going to lead to him being distracted and just thinking about, how does my role affect my next contract?
I think that's fair. I really do think that's fair. And I think it becomes a bigger concern on a team that is going to spend a good chunk of the first half of the season kind of figuring itself out. I mean, Luka and AR are the only two holdovers from last year. So now you are still
that we know for sure will be in the rotation.
Yes.
For sure.
Right. So now you're still trying to figure out, okay, how do we integrate Kessler and how do we integrate Mamu? I mean, how do we bring in all these guys? How do we figure Quentin Grimes out and get him involved in this? So the last thing you need is a guy who is sort of openly questioning what his role is and making noises about maybe not being happy with things while you're still sort of putting all your pieces together.
Yeah, this is one of the arguments for Kobe Price had a really good piece. He covers the Lakers for the California Post, and he broke down from his reporting the framework of a deal that the Hawks would be willing to accept in a sign and trade for Kuminga. It involved like the Lakers giving up their last first-round swap, and they apparently are willing to take Jared Vanderbilt in this deal. And Vando is, I think, considered the most difficult Laker to trade, to include in the deal. Though, what I thought was interesting about this was Mark Stein and Jake Fisher were doing their a show together from Vegas, like live streaming, and Jake Fisher, who is very well sourced, said he is under the impression that Jonathan Kuminga and his team are looking for $25 a year annually. And both Fisher and Stein said they thought it was unlikely he would get that, and they were like, I have no idea where he would even get that anywhere in the league. But like the Lakers apparently were looking for something in the neighborhood of 2 and 20. That's not good enough for Team Kuminga. Hopefully they meet in the middle. But just like this always seems to be a thing with Kuminga. And then in the meantime, Kobe Price also said that the Lakers, who've been connected for a couple years, really ever since they got Luka, to PJ Washington in Dallas, who was part of that team that Luka led to the finals. PJ Washington, he's not old, he's 28, but for that particular team, given where they are rebuilding around Cooper Flag, he doesn't necessarily make sense with them. The Lakers have been linked to PJ Washington for a while, but Kobe's reporting said the Lakers were put off by PJ Washington's contract, which is $4 and a little less than 90.
Yes.
I got to be honest. It's lying season. I know it's lying season, so I take everything with a grain of salt. You think about who benefits from this being out there. This could be the Lakers trying to maybe lower the ask for P.J. Washington if he's even available. We don't know if he is. I have no idea, though, if you take them at face value, why they wouldn't be interested in P.J. Washington or that contract. He's perfect for what they're looking for.
He is. And I mean, looking at the terms of the contract right now, I mean, obviously there are escalators. The number goes up every year. You're looking at $24.5 million for the final year, which doesn't seem too ridiculous. And I think it's far enough out that you can sort of figure out what to do. You can start to sketch out a plan. I mean, the Guggenheim deal, the Guggenheim group has really made a big deal about bringing in folks who are analytically minded to handle salary.
Yeah, they brought in the rocket scientist.
An actual rocket scientist is working in the Laker front office. Put all that math knowledge to work, man. Like, figure out how to sort of make this thing work going forward so that if you do bring in P.J. Washington, you can fit that number in without it being a problem.
I just don't see it as a prohibitive contract. Like, for the type of player P.J. Washington is, and he's solid or better on both sides of the ball. Like, he is a dependable pro. He is not somebody that you need to worry about in the same way of, like, trying to cajole and figure out the psychology of to get the best out of with Kuminga. Like, Kuminga, if you manage to tap into that upside that I think most people agree is there, they're not quite sure how to get it, but it's there. The upside's higher with Kuminga, but the floor for Washington, I think, is both higher and way more reliable. And to your point earlier, Marcus, with all the unknowns they already have on this roster, even if you like the moves they made, and I generally do, it would be nice to have a guy in there that even if he's new, you know exactly what you're getting.
You want that stability. You want that certainty. I guess it's you can roll the dice and hope that everything goes well. If past is prologue, you just know that you're going to have some issues here. I do wonder, too, with P.J. Washington and the reported distaste for his contract. In 2 years, Luka's a free agent, and you've got to try to figure out how to keep him. And I wonder whether or not that's the Lakers looking down the road and understanding that there's going to be a big number that goes to Luka Doncic and trying to figure out how we can sort of save our pennies now to spend them on Luka later.
I mean, I get that. You got to make sure, though, that he wants to re-up. Like, that's before you start thinking about Luka's next extension, bro's got to want to re-up.
Yeah.
And reportedly, he is very happy with the offseason. Like, Walker Kessler was someone that he apparently really wanted. He has history with Quentin Grimes. I have to imagine they at least asked him about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mamu, at least offensively, can fit well with what they're looking to do. Like, reportedly, Luka's really happy. The Lakers have been in communication, as they should be. So, all awesome. And maybe there's something, I guess, from a basketball fit they don't like with P.J. Washington. Again, assuming he's even available. We don't know that he's even available. I just found it curious, the idea of the contract is what put them off, according to Kobe's reporting, Kobe Price, as opposed to something with basketball, because I don't see it as a prohibitive contract.
I can't imagine it's a basketball thing, because if they are building to keep Luka happy, to make him want to stay here, you mentioned Walker Kessler, a guy he liked, Quentin Grimes, a guy he has history with or is familiar with. P.J. Washington, they played together. So if it can't be a basketball thing, because obviously your star would know how to work with this guy that you potentially are bringing in. So I go back to your original thought that this could just be a negotiating tactic to see if maybe they can get a nicer deal from Dallas.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, it is always lying season, and we don't even know that P.J. Washington is even available. And if he is, I have some concerns that the Lakers can't outbid the rest of the league for him. But it's another story anyway. We promised fighting talk, Marcus. There's fights going on in Vegas.
And not the heavyweight, $100, $1,000, $10,000 a ticket type.
And not just the dudes drunk in the casino who eventually just had one too many. NBA players are fighting. We'll talk about that coming up next. Destination for LA Sports 710 ESPN.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-568-2790, 800-568-2790, or biglou.com.
I was going to join Australia's Thunder from Down Under, but they told me I was 5 packs short of a 6. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
No shirts, all skin. Australia's Thunder from Down Under. Undresses the 17th.
Number 2.
The biggest soccer watch party of the year is at Sideline Sports Bar, the 19th.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck. Earn entries now, and you could drive off a winner, the 26th.
Morongo. Good times.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
You know, in sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who I call, it's easy. I tell them my guy, Attorney Big Al. Big Al and his team have been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. They're available 24/7. 1-800-HURT-123, or check them out online at attorneybigalca.com. Attorney Big Al is Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Are you in that YouTube chat tonight? Or you're listening on the app or on 710 AM? We're talking all things LA sports, live and local. The destination for LA sports keeps rolling on LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
The destination for LA sports.
Destination for LA sports, Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant here until 8 p.m. And we mentioned Summer League going on right now in Vegas. The Lakers will be playing the Thunder tonight. Cameron Carr and Adu Thero are both cleared to play. So we'll look to keep everyone up to date. But the big story right now coming out of Summer League, Marcus, it's not any of the rookies, even with this being one of the most anticipated rookie classes of recent memory, one of the deepest rookie classes of recent memory. I've seen a lot of guys actually look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's 2 veterans who have not played Summer League in quite some time. Ex-teammates Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero throwing down, like legit throwing down.
Ready? Fight.
Fight. Throwing down in Vegas. Tyler Hero, I will read some of these remarks in just a second. There is a word going around that Tyler Hero had some things to say about Bam Adebayo on social that eventually got back to Bam, and Bam did not like them, and I guess decided, well, we're no longer teammates anymore.
We
YOLO.
can do something about it.
But Shams Charania from ESPN had a rundown of what happened.
Kev, now former Miami Heat teammates Bam Adebayo and Tyler Hero got into a physical altercation on Friday morning here in Las Vegas. Sources tell me that Bam Adebayo struck Tyler Hero in the face area as they were walking off the practice court at a Las Vegas hotel. This happened when Bam Adebayo, I'm told, approached Tyler Hero about comments that Hero made on social media critiquing Bam after Hero was traded from Miami to Milwaukee over the last couple of weeks. And they were teammates for 7 years together. And we know over the last couple years, Hero's name has been in trade talks. But after some social media comments, Bam Adebayo, I'm told, approached Tyler Hero on it. That's when they got into a confrontation, a back and forth that culminated in Bam Adebayo striking Tyler Hero.
In the face area.
The face area.
I call that the face.
Like about the head, neck, and shoulders, apparently.
Like, what is the face area that's not actually just your face? Like upper body can mean a lot of different areas.
Top of head, like boxed about the ear.
I would kind of consider top of the head like you're hitting the head.
Boxed about the ears. Like I have no idea.
I get that Shams wants to be careful.
Yes,
he wants to try to be as accurate as possible. If he's not sure exactly where in the face, maybe he just wanted to go facial area. But I feel like it would have been
face.
Yeah, I think it would have been safe.
You know what? Facial area is what you say when you are a freshman and you have a word count on one of your papers, right? Like
just trying to boost it.
You're just trying to add. I gotta get to this 1,000 words or whatever.
Every word counts.
So I gotta say facial area just to get in there.
Now, according to this is a website, the Heat Realm, got 22,000 followers and is clearly dedicated to the Miami Heat. These are the comments that Tyler Hero made. I want to make clear I don't have this stone cold verified, although it at least feels believable because we did hear Shams say that there were comments made over social media. These were some of the things that Tyler Hero said about Bam Adebayo. He's a mother bleeper, MF, making $60 million, but they worried about me and what I do. You should get paid $60 million to be a top-tier defender on some nights? I'm just wondering. I need help, not the other guy. If I'm healthy, I'm the one that needs help. Who did Cleveland prioritize taking away in the playoffs? I'm just saying, should an elite defender be making $60 million a year? Answer that. Bam answered him.
Apparently, yes. Bam let his hands do the talking, apparently.
I would not want to fight Bam Adebayo. I mean, I don't want to fight Tyler Hero, but
what if he isn't a good fighter? Imagine.
Bam strikes me as somebody who knows how to fight.
I don't know. I want the video. Like, I want TMZ to get hands on this video.
It's coming, Laura.
If
I want it. I want it.
Don't lose any sleep over this. It's coming.
I know, but they're just bidding for it, right?
If nothing else, Bam's reach is going to be a problem. I mean, he can just keep you at bay with the jab, if nothing else.
Bam's done a lot of dirty work over the years in the NBA. His nickname's Bam.
Right.
I just, respectfully to Tyler Hero, my money's on Bam.
Probably.
In an actual, well, apparently it should be.
Apparently it should be, right? I am waiting. Like, do we get the TMZ footage before the weekend is out? Does it happen before the weekend is out?
I feel like you got to have this while everyone's in Vegas.
Somebody has it. Multiple people have this.
It's got to be. I mean, there's a camera everywhere in Vegas.
So somebody's got. I mean, look, the Draymond Green Jordan Poole video eventually came out thanks to TMZ. So somebody is going to have this. It's just, who's willing to, the highest bidder, lowest bidder, whatever is the most amenable price for TMZ.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be there. We waited for a long time on the Warriors spat. That eventually came out. Like, this also reminded me, too, Burnergate with the Rockets, Kevin Durant and the comments that he made that on a burner that I think very clearly were him, because if they weren't him and I was Kevin Durant, I would have flat out said that wasn't me, as opposed to, I'm not here to talk about social media nonsense.
You said everything without saying anything.
Yeah, that ain't a denial. I guess maybe word to the wise, if Kevin Durant is ever moved by the Rockets, keep your head on a swivel, man, because you said some very unkind things about a lot of your teammates. And I remember talking with Jackson Gatlin from Locked on Rockets, who's around the team all the time, covers them. He was under the impression this hasn't necessarily been completely squashed.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone learned to live with it. They learned to get past it. You work together, yada, yada. But he doesn't feel like it was ever fully resolved. I'm just saying, if you're Kevin Durant, keep your head on a swivel if you're on a next team.
All I have to say, though, I mean, about that part is it's sort of bold of Kevin Durant because it was revealed a long time ago that he had Twitter burners. Like, it was a known thing that Kevin Durant would go on Twitter and go at fans that he felt like didn't know ball. So to keep coming back with the burner thing, I mean, I think people would immediately look in your direction if that was the case.
Well, this is really what happens when, and Durant can use his free time however he wants.
Mm-hmm.
But when you are this, whether engaged, addicted, however you want to put it, to clapping back on social media, you will eventually use the wrong burner.
Yes.
Or respond to one too many people. And there are a lot of internet sleuths out there, man. Like, they can figure this stuff out.
These are the same people that figure out when a player has unfollowed a team or another teammate, which still boggles my mind.
It's so funny.
That people go on and figure this sort of thing out. I am not that well-versed in Instagram to know how to do that.
I'm really asking, like, because I have no idea how you would track that either. Like, do you have to be from the beginning, like, tracking a player's account? Can you set alerts? Like, okay, Kasim, you're younger than all of us. You might know this stuff.
Hey.
Is Kasim not younger than you, Laura?
Not much younger.
Okay, well, technically how old are you?
I'm 23.
I'm not saying my age now.
Laura, I was like, I don't want to go there, but I mean, let's keep a sense of mystery.
But to answer your question, it really doesn't take that much work. It just takes you being nosy. That's literally all it does. So you just go to their Instagram account. If it's a public account, you could click their following, and there's a search tab on the top. And you just have to type in whatever account you're looking at.
But how would you know that they unfollowed someone?
I mean, you would just have to be nosy or notice if their follower account went
Like, can
down
you
or
set an
something
alert
like that.
for an account unfollowing
That's
people?
actually a very interesting point, because there is a Twitter account that I follow, or X account, that tracks every NBA player or every NBA media person, like who they follow and who they unfollow. So at times it gets like pretty crazy about like who players and coaches follow and unfollow. So you could get like in a pretty deep rabbit hole of like who these accounts follow.
You can pay for third-party apps that will track. Like, I know my friend who does like social content. They will pay for an account and they'll track like if people follow and unfollow. That's like too much. But then Instagram gets really good about tracking that, so they'll kick that out. It's a whole thing. But all you have to do is, like, if you want to know if Andy Kamenetzky unfollowed you, you just go to Andy Kamenetzky's Instagram and type in your name. And if you don't show up there, he doesn't follow you.
Right, but what if I never followed that person or team or whatever to begin with?
Then I guess you just
Then
never
you just never follow them.
But you know what I mean? Like, for example, like if Tyler Hero unfollowed the Heat,
Mm-hmm.
I might presume that he followed the Heat while he was a member of the Heat, but I don't actually know.
Maybe he never did.
Yeah, like he may have never followed the Heat to begin with, or player X unfollowing team X.
I would just have to assume that there's some sicko that's tracking everything. So,
I mean, I guess it is kind of a cottage industry, but still.
Oh, absolutely. Although I don't know how do you monetize that, knowing who people follow? I'm sure there's a way.
Well, because it's like, okay, for example, when, a team, there's like a rumor of X player going to X team, the first thing is like, oh, that player followed Luka, that player followed the Lakers, that player. And I'm like, bro, they could have been, to your point, they could have been following before that. But also, I think that if they follow, like if I follow you today, you will be at the top of my list versus lower list. So I think that's how it works.
Yeah,
too.
tracking following is pretty easy. Like, even I know how to track, like, when you started following someone. Even I know that. The unfollowing is the mystery that I genuinely don't get. Like, if you know how to do this and you're in the chat right now, let us know, like, how you actually specifically follow. You know what? 877-710-ESPN. If you actually know how to track somebody unfollowing someone else, because Marcus and I have both wondered this.
Content creators, please dial in.
Please let us know. Please let us know. I'm surprised, and maybe it does exist, that someone hasn't created an app or an algorithm.
There is.
There is.
So there's, like I said, there is third-party apps that you can use. Now, here's the thing. You will also have to allow said third party to have access
to your own account,
which a lot of people don't like. But if it's a business account, certain people don't care. They're like, all right, track my following.
Yeah, if I'm being nosy, I don't want people to know that I'm being nosy. I don't want to be out here blasted on Maine for nosing around in other people's accounts. I want to do it on the under. So, like, maybe I use a burner. I don't know how I would do that. I don't.
You don't need to, though. No, you don't need. So, for example, again, I have friends who do content creation. So you don't need a burner. Like, what you do is you put your account and you set. Like, you don't need a burner to do any of that.
I need to know this.
This is all too much.
I've
a lot of
wondered
work.
this.
A lot of work.
I've wondered this before. When we get back, we talked about TMZ, by the way. Eventually, they will have the video of Bam hitting Tyler Hero in the facial area. They are also reporting something else that could be interesting for Rams fans. We'll get into that also, too, assuming this is accurate, this exchange between Tyler Hero and a friend or somebody online, whatever. Could read the entire exchange if we wanted to. It's interesting.
It's on TMZ.
Well, is the exchange, is the social media thing?
The original tweets, some of which you read, are there. Oh, wait, it appears that they have been made unavailable.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll try to do a little bit more internet sleuthing. Either way, though, the Rams thing from TMZ, that is, if nothing else, that is real from TMZ, and we'll get to that coming up next. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, destination for LA Sports, 710 ESPN.
Coming up on Road to the Cup tonight at 8 p.m., we'll take a look at what's in the future for Team USA, Mexico, and Canada, all of them ousted in round of 16.
Yeah, and France against Spain going forward as well in the semifinal. Plus, we're going to take a look at Norway versus England and Argentina versus Switzerland tomorrow.
So much to get to tonight. He's Mario Rees. I'm Dave Denholm. Join us for Road to the Cup tonight, 8 o'clock, right here on ESPN LA.
This is a special notice to U.S. taxpayers owing $10,000 or more to the IRS. Tax Relief Advocates is urgently notifying taxpayers that tax relief initiatives are now available that may significantly reduce or eliminate what you owe. If you're afraid of an IRS lien, levy, or wage garnishment, don't lose hope. You can now take advantage of these current relief programs to end all collections, reduce the amount you owe, and resolve your tax problem. Even if you have years of unfiled tax returns or are already in a payment plan, you may still qualify for significant relief. Struggling taxpayers can now get relief they need during these hard economic times. A hotline has been established by Tax Relief Advocates for you to call and see what you qualify for. They are A+ rated with the BBB and have over 1,000 5-star reviews. Don't wait. Call 800-575-9087, 800-575-9087. That's 800-575-9087, or simply visit TRA.com.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
DraftKings is live in all 50 states. That means us, California. Win or go home. That's it. That's the World Cup knockout round. And DraftKings has you covered for every single match. The DraftKings app is now live in California, so whether you're catching the early kickoff, before work, the late match at the bar, you're in on every single minute, every match, every moment, all in one app. Right here in California, the world's biggest stage is in the palm of your hand. And new DraftKings customers, sign up with code LA710, spend $5 to get $200 in total rewards over 21 days. That's code LA710 in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours. Event trading offered by DraftKings Predictions, a CFTC registered introducing broker. Trading involves risk of loss. Market availability varies. Eligibility restrictions apply. $50 every 7 days via click-to-claim issued in non-withdrawable prediction dollars that expire in 1 year. Ends July 19th. Terms, dkng.co/predictions promo.
And it is the destination for LA Sports.
Right now on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
always hot in Vegas, and it is hot between Heat players right now, man. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, destination for LA sports. So before we get to this TMZ report that affects the Rams, Marcus and I debated internally. Do we need to read this entire Tyler Hero?
The entire, because there's a lot. There's a lot here.
But there's a lot that's really funny. Unintentionally.
One particular. So apparently, according to the report, this was a conversation that happened on WhatsApp, which, interesting, I guess. I use WhatsApp to communicate with my friends in Europe, right? Because it's cheaper than using text messages, sort of thing. I don't know if he was talking to an international friend or what it was, but there's a lengthy conversation here between Tyler Hero and this other person.
Yeah, and we read some of this already in this social media exchange that got, or app exchange. I don't even know. It was never
social media.
Right. This was not meant to be public. It's not like when Kevin Durant and Burnergate was communicating publicly and anonymously. Like this was not supposed to be leaked between Tyler Hero and someone else. I'm guessing a friend or maybe now an ex-friend.
Right.
But this led to Bam Adebayo taking exception and hitting him, according to Shams Charania, in the facial area. But some of Tyler Hero, the gist of this, before we read some of the best parts, is just Tyler Hero clearly thinks he is a better player than Bam Adebayo, was upset that Bam was considered the number one guy with the Heat over him, and I guess feels he brings more to the table than, in his mind, a very overrated, overpaid, and that's where it really gets sensitive.
That's where it hurts. So, I mean, just the takeaways from this. One, buddy, if I'm healthy, they can't see me. Followed by the phrase, word to my mother, which I don't know has been said out loud since Vanilla Ice was a thing.
That's hilarious.
And by the way, Tyler Hero being the one that says it is the joke that writes it.
That's sort of...
It's so on the
There's
nose.
a lot of talk about that specifically because, like, word to my mother is, like, a lot of young people from, like, New York area say that, and he's, like...
People still say it, so people still say that.
like New Yorkers are, like, known for saying that.
Isn't he from, like, the South?
Yeah, that's what makes it funny. He's like, that's not really what you expect to be in his vocabulary.
Like, where did Tyler Hero grow up?
Tyler Hero.
Oh, he's from Wisconsin. He's from Wisconsin.
Personality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played in Kentucky. That's why I was thinking the South. He's actually from Wisconsin. That was one of the reasons where maybe people could say, like, hey, he fits for the Bucks. He's from Wisconsin.
Okay.
But yes, word to my mother.
But you keep going through this, and one, I think he believes that he was second only to Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
On that team. Who did Boston prioritize taking away when Jimmy got hurt and we was the 8th seed? So apparently it was Jimmy Buckets followed by Tyler Hero in the Miami pecking order, according to Tyler Hero.
He thinks Bam Adebayo is an overpaid, overrated defensive player. This is also one of my favorite parts. He said, I'm just saying an elite defender should be making $60 million a year? Answer that. If the shoe fits, it fits. His friend responded, bro dropped 83. To which, this is awesome. Tyler Hero responds, okay, so why are fans so worried about Tyler and what Tyler does? He went third person twice in the same sentence.
Ricky Henderson would have been proud.
That is... chef's kiss. That is amazing. And also, too, he said, I didn't say any names.
So now what I'm really curious about is...
What a friend.
Right? Just leak this out to the world?
Yes. Like, first of all, we work in a space where people trust us with certain things. And sometimes, let's be real, we say some probably out-of-pocket stuff in our group threads. Nothing like this, but things that we would never want someone to leak out.
We all have to sit on information at
You know
times.
what I mean? So to me, it's like, first of all, you got to check your friend, bruh, because this got leaked somewhere, and that's not a friend you want to have if you're in this business. No.
I mean, so what? I'm curious what was the benefit to the friend for letting this out?
Money.
Had to be, right? I mean,
yeah.
Because why else are you putting this out there?
What if he was friends with both?
Oh,
maybe he's somebody. Maybe he's somebody that Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo
both trust.
Well, both met through the Heat.
That's still shady.
Oh, I'm not saying it isn't. I'm just saying I'm wondering if maybe this guy is friends with Bam also, and is like, all right, dude, this is ridiculous. The way you're talking about Bam is ridiculous.
So I gotta kind of put this out there, right? I have to protect Bam's honor too. So my next question is, and I don't know if we'll ever know this, is what did Bam say to Tyler Hero when they met up? Because I don't think Bam just walked up and immediately hit him in the facial area. Right?
Facial area. I love this. I love this.
You know, like you get up in the morning, you go use the restroom, you wash your facial area, and you'll start your day, right? Like that's how it happens. But I want to know because there had to be at least some sort of exchange between the two of them. Like, I heard you were talking bleep. What are you going to do about it? Slap. You know, like I want to know what the conversation was between Bam and Tyler Hero.
Well, first you got to say, like, is this you? Is this actually you?
Did you actually do this?
And probably when you ask this, you already know the answer. Right. You're just looking to see, like, will he try to lie about it?
Will he actually own up to it?
Or will he stand on this? Will he stand on calling me overrated?
Right.
Oh, yes.
Hero about comments that the guard made in recent weeks after his trade to Milwaukee after their 7 years together as teammates. And my understanding is this altercation happened at a practice court that both teams are able to use at a Las Vegas hotel, as both of these teams are in Las Vegas for Summer League. And when Bam Adebayo approached Tyler Hero, they did have a back and forth, and that culminated in a physical altercation with Bam Adebayo striking Tyler Hero in the face.
It's unbelievable, almost surreal.
Okay, this is a developing story.
This is like happening right now.
Well, it's a developing story because Shams went from describing it earlier in the facial area
to now just face.
He got hit in the face.
We've narrowed it down.
Well, I think what it means is Shams has the story more locked down at this point. Like
Yes.
he feels fully confident just calling it the face.
Well, here's the thing. Like, he was interviewed after, and you can clearly see there was, like, redness under the eye, and then people...
Who, Tyler Hero was?
Yeah.
There was an interview,
There was an interview. Though he didn't talk about, like, what happened, obviously, right? And I'll send the video to you guys. And then people screenshot and zoomed in, and you can definitely see, like, under the eye, there's some...
Had a little mouse under the eye, huh?
Yeah.
What are the odds, too, that, like, it happened to be the Bucks and the Heat with this one practice court, like, right there? Like, they just end up right in the same vicinity.
It's because they played each other. They're Summer League teams, yeah.
I guess the people who played at Summer League didn't realize that these app messages were about to come out.
Right? When maybe that's why the person who leaked them dropped them then. Like, this is the opportune time. We got Bucks and Heat playing. Both those guys are going to be there. Let's just stir the pot a little bit.
Whoever leaked this is clearly on hashtag Team Bam.
Yes, 100%. Which, if you're Tyler Hero, now you need to check the people who are close to you or the people who you trust in and make sure that these people are actually trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Hero just realized that Tyler Hero needs better friends moving forward if Tyler Hero can trust the people around him. Word to his mother.
I think he also drops a word to my kids in there as well.
Oh my God, I need a 30 for 30 on this so badly.
I think there's a word to my kids somewhere. Yes. Who did Boston prioritize taken away when Jimmy got hurt when he was the 8th seed? When I'm healthy, I need help, not the other guy. Word to my kids. Wow. So not only word to his mother, but word to his kids as well.
I will say this. Tyler Hero was, if privately, standing pretty hard on business. I mean, I don't know what he actually said to Bam when confronted, but Tyler Hero clearly feels like Tyler Hero was getting screwed in all this.
He feels a certain way. Tyler Hero feels a certain way about this, and Tyler Hero was willing to put that out there, at least privately. I don't know if Tyler Hero wanted it out there publicly.
Well, now Tyler Hero feels like Tyler Hero was betrayed. and
I need to start a Tyler Hero account for this show.
Man, this is... Oh, I need this story to be advanced so badly. All right, we did mention before, though, because this is eventually going to be TMZ fodder. TMZ has an update involving the Rams. We will get to that next. This is Destination for LA Sports. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant, 710 ESPN.
The home of the Lakers. And now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon. KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's time for your Valvoline Instant Oil Change Summer of Soccer update. Here's Mario Ruiz.
The semifinal picture is starting to shape up at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Spain edged Belgium in a 2-1 thrilling quarterfinal, setting up a heavyweight semifinal clash with France on Tuesday in what promises to be one of the biggest matches of the tournament. Now all eyes turn to Saturday, where the final two semifinal spots will be decided. Norway, led by Erling Haaland, take on England in a marquee European showdown at 2 p.m., while Lionel Messi and Argentina face a determined Switzerland side looking to pull off another upset at 6 p.m. By the end of Saturday, we'll know the 4 teams still standing and who remains just 2 wins away from football's biggest prize.
And that's your Valvoline Instant Oil Change Summer of Soccer update. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. From kickoff to the final whistle, performance matters. Keep your vehicle running strong. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for a special offer and locations near you.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
When's the last time payroll was the easy part of your week? With Gusto, it can be. Gusto is the all-in-one platform designed to take the hassle out of managing your team, from payroll and compliance to hiring, onboarding, and more. With Gusto, you can get back 2 full days each month with all the time you have saved. Go to gusto.com today and learn why over 500,000 small businesses choose Gusto. That's Gusto.com. Gusto.com.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Hey, John Ireland here with the Globe Life Spotlight. Today we're shining a light on Stephanie Poe. Stephanie has been building a successful career at Globe Life since 2012. When she opened her agency, she started with nothing but a vision and the determination to succeed. Today, her team serves hundreds of business clients and is a Globe Life top performer. Thank you, Stephanie, for your incredible work, and thank you, Globe Life. Find life insurance you can afford and start your own success story today. To learn more, visit globelifecareers.com.
Hey, it's Oral Hershiser. Can you believe I have my name on a building? I can't, but I'm grateful and I'm humbled. And here in Chino at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet, we love Chino. We love the people of this neighborhood, of this community, and the surrounding community, and we are here to serve. We're here to serve the same way I served you on the mound, the way I'm serving you on the microphone, and the way we follow and watch champions and championships.
ESPN LA.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. And let's do it. The live and local sports talk keeps rolling. This is the destination for LA sports on ESPN LA, 7:10 a.m. The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Get in that chat, Jack. We keep the LA sports talk going live from LA Live. Talking all things LA sports. Let's do it. Now live from the epicenter of sports in the Southland, LA Live, right across the street from Crypto.com Arena. Here's Andy Kamenetzky.
Andy Kamenetzky and Marcas Grant. Destination for LA Sports. ESPN LA 710. We are here until 8 o'clock tonight. And before we get into this TMZ, a little bit of sleuthing that they did that involves the Rams, do we have, Kasim, the sound of Tyler Hero apparently being interviewed post altercation with Bam Adebayo. We have this ready. Tyler Hero talking about running into his old folks from Miami, his former team.
You seeing the Miami Heat staff? Yeah, it's all love. It's all love in Miami. I've seen a couple of the guys and coaching staff, Chris Quinn, Spo, the front office guys. We're all good in Miami, and it's just the opportunity for both sides to reset, get a fresh start, and we're both super happy for this.
It's all love.
So here's it. It's all love in Miami. It's not all love in Las Vegas.
No.
Not in Las Vegas.
No. I love, too, that he, ran through, Spo and Chris Quinn and, no players.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Certainly not any former teammates.
Not Bam.
No. Bam. I gotta go. They're calling me over there. I gotta leave. You just asked about Bam. I'd love to talk about Bam, but they're calling me over there. I can't get enough of this story.
I mean, how does he feel about Jaime Jaquez? What are his thoughts about those guys?
I don't know, man, but they're still together.
How does he feel about Khalil Ware? What about Andrew Wiggins?
He better be careful. He better be careful. Well, I mean, he's still around Khalil Ware and Jaime Jaquez because they're all in Milwaukee
That's true.
with him.
They're all. That's what they all went over there.
But he said anything about Davion Mitchell?
No.
Or anyone else on that roster?
No.
I would start deleting all your apps, Tyler, if I were you. Just fresh start, anonymous name. So TMZ tweeted out a video clip along with the following. Exclusive. Deep breath, Rams Nation. Aaron Donald was spotted working out at the team's practice facility on Friday as the retired NFL superstar continues to mull a comeback. And you see Aaron Donald out on a field. Does not appear to be in pads or anything like that. And you don't see necessarily any of the workout itself.
This is the most rear window video footage ever. It's like someone hiding in a tree, pretending to be a squirrel and taking long distance footage. I assume it's Aaron Donald. We just see a very stout, large-looking man in a white T-shirt.
I mean, I'll say this. Even from a distance, there are very few people who can look that cut.
True.
Like Aaron Donald. It looks like Aaron Donald.
Yes.
Cannot say with certainty that it's him.
It's a reasonable facsimile of Aaron Donald.
TMZ's pretty good with this stuff. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. Does this make you think Marcas coming back?
I think so, right? The smoke has gotten thicker over the weeks, ever since they signed Myles Garrett. Ever since they acquired Myles Garrett, the smoke has gotten thicker around this idea of Aaron Donald coming back. And I know it's a thing that DeMarco Farr has talked about, that he's seen Aaron Donald at camps that are, at least on their face, supposed to be youth camps. But also when you're there, you see Aaron Donald taking practice reps against guys who are active NFL players and winning some of those reps. Also, the fact that football is not a game where you can't play pickup football, right?
No.
It's not like basketball where you can go out and you can go shoot around or
beer softball league.
Right. You can just grab a baseball and a glove and go toss it around with some friends. You can't do that in football, especially if you're a defensive lineman. What are you going to do? Like, get in a 3-point stance and just practice your get off by yourself? You can't. So the fact that he's doing all of these things suggests that he's seriously considering it. We'll see what happens in the long run, but at least the consideration seems to be there.
There has been I remember Aaron Donald's first year after retirement, there was the constant, is he coming back? Is he coming back? And Aaron Donald seemed to squash that himself.
He looked so happy when I would see him in appearances.
Right. Yeah, he seemed to be squashing that. I believe he actually verbalized, I'm not coming back. And someone like him, I will say, somebody like him who is that cut, if you want to maintain even 75% of that, you got to put in the work.
Yeah.
You can't maintain that without a fair amount of work. So, the idea that he's still working out, you're going to be doing that until you've decided, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore about maintaining this physique on any level, because if you care, you got to put in the work. That said, though, man, there does seem to be a lot of chatter that Myles Garrett coming back presents an opportunity.
And I think when you look at it, it's twofold. There is obviously the chance to win a Super Bowl again, to have another Super Bowl ring. But I think there's also just the competitive juices of wanting to play alongside and maybe sort of be in a little bit of a competition with a guy like Myles Garrett, right? When Aaron Donald was, during his prime, the most disruptive defensive player and arguably one of the most disruptive players, one of the best players across the National Football League. Since his retirement, that title has sort of gone to Myles Garrett. And so I think for Aaron Donald, there is the excitement of being able to play alongside Myles Garrett and seeing what they could do together. But don't tell me they wouldn't be in some sort of secret it might not even be secret between the two of them. And there might just be a handshake competition to see who can get the most tackles for losses, who can get the most sacks or whatever. Who can, even from play to play, can I get to the quarterback before you on this snap? I think there's something about that competition, that fire, that would bring Aaron Donald to come back and play.
That would be, it would be crazy to see him just do this after having left the game for a while. And I know he left, at the top, of his peak, of his powers. He was still a great player. But Aaron Donald put in a bleep ton of work to be that guy. Yes. Obviously, there's natural talent, there's incredible athleticism, all that stuff, but he put in work. His workouts were renowned stuff. And, I don't know if you ever were in the Rams locker room after a game.
No.
If you've ever seen Aaron Donald shirtless, and I have, it is so depressing for normal human beings.
I never were in a locker room, but I remember seeing a photo. I don't know if it was an Instagram shot or some on TikTok or something like that. Seeing something like that with, and my wife is a Rams fan, and she was looking at that, and she showed me a picture of that. And my response was, well, if that's what you're into, we should probably call it quits now.
Been a good run, baby.
We had a good time together. But if that's what you're looking for, I'm going to hang it up now.
All right, coming up next, though, something occurred to me in both hearing this noise about Aaron Donald, but also, too, an article at The Athletic breaking down the Rams' defense, the guys that are currently on the roster as defenders. And a couple of things said about some of the name guys on defense that got me wondering if there could be potential issues with Aaron Donald coming back. So we'll talk about that. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant, destination for LA Sports, 710 ESPN.
And yes, it is July 10th in the Southland. Happy 710 Day. From our family to yours, you are our family. Come on. You spend time with all of us, and we're a bunch of whack jobs, right? You're in that YouTube chat, you're on the app, you're on 710 AM. Happy 710 Day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for spending time with LA's mega sports station. We appreciate it. And even though it's summertime, we can't wait for the fall season to begin. Happy 710 Day, and thanks for being here. LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
When we started Oakland Roots Sports Club, we needed a strong foundation. Gusto has had our back since day one, making sure every hire, every paycheck, and every player is taken care of. They're the team behind our team. With Gusto, we stay rooted and give Oakland the love it deserves. I'm Idris Argandawal, co-founder of Oakland Roots and Gusto customer since 2018.
See why 500,000 businesses trust Gusto for payroll, HR, and more. Get started for free at gusto.com/roots.
In sports, you got to have the right team in your corner. Same goes for after an accident. That's why when people ask me who'd I call, it's easy. I tell them my guy, attorney Big Al. Big Al and his team have been helping accident victims across California for more than 15 years. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. They're available 24/7. 1-800-HURT-123, or check them out online at attorneybigalca.com. Attorney Big Al is attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Crypto.com Arena July 17th through 19th. Brought to you by BKD Tires and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Visit MonsterJam.com today.
Los Angeles, your Rams have reloaded, and they're ready to kick off their 2026 campaign. Reigning Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett joins reigning MVP Matthew Stafford to lead the Rams into massive matchups against the Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Packers, and more. To experience every matchup live and enjoy home playoff ticket access, plus interest-free monthly payment plans and stadium event presale access, visit therams.com/2026. Again, that is therams.com/2026. Get your Rams season tickets today.
And it is the destination for LA sports.
Right now on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Destination for LA sports. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant. We will be here for another 45 minutes, taking you into the weekend. And we were talking before, Marcus, about the TMZ footage from TMZ Sports showing Aaron Donald on the field at the Rams practice facility, engaged in a workout, or we didn't see like a true football workout. But the fact that he's there.
He was carrying equipment.
People.
He was either going to or coming from a workout, it looked like.
That's true. That is true. Mm-hmm. He was carrying things.
He was carrying things
that suggested football-related workout. You are correct. We didn't see the workout. Unless he's being, though, brought in as like an equipment manager.
I highly doubt that.
I feel like that's probably not happening.
It would suggest there was a workout. And it's interesting because before this footage even was released, there was a piece over at The Athletic by Nate Atkins. I don't know if he covers the Rams or covers the NFL at large, but he's breaking down different members of the Rams defense and just like a little item or thought about everyone there. And there's a couple things that jumped out at me, especially in light of the Donald footage. Talking about Braden Fisk, quote, "If Donald does return, emphasis on if, Fisk could be the player most at risk of losing playing time. But the depth would be appreciated, and any snaps Fisk gets next to Garrett will play to his strengths as one of the best sack assist men out there." Then Kobe Turner. "Turner feels like a perfect fit for the Rams on an extension if they can make the math work. He's a captain, draft success story, and a player most capable of maximizing Garrett's impact, given his ability for making teams pay for double teaming the edge." It did get me wondering at all, Marcus, and maybe this is just overthinking it, like trying to look for potential issues, but like, could Donald returning potentially get in the way of either Braden Fisk's development or maybe, depending on how a season alongside Aaron Donald with Myles Garrett already there, Kobe Turner, all other guys, affect his stats, which could affect his future contract, or Turner's potential extension, next contract, if they don't figure it out before the season starts? Like, I'm not saying Aaron Donald returning is a bad thing. Like, I want to make that clear. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that. Does it, though, create potential ripple down or trickle down ripple effect complications that at least need to be thought about? Big picture.
Yes. But, and this is going to sound more callous than I mean it, I don't think the Rams care. Right? Because
what part of that sounded callous, Marcus?
Right? It's hard to figure out. But because if you've brought in Myles Garrett, if you have the chance to bring in Aaron Donald, it absolutely would impact a guy like Braden Fisk, right? Because he's not going to have as many snaps. He's not going to be as productive. The numbers aren't going to be there. And so, yes, you are going to have a year where maybe he's not utilized as much as he would have been if Aaron Donald stayed in retirement. But if you are Les Snead, if you are Sean McVay, you see number 99 coming back and you see what it can lead to, and everything else that happens with player development and potential contracts, you worry about that part down the road. So, yeah, I would think that if this were to happen, and right now this is obviously a major hypothetical, but if this were to happen, I'm sure Sean McVay and Les Snead sit down with all these other guys, all these younger guys, and say, hey, look, yeah, you're probably not going to get the same type of run that you would have otherwise. But I will say this, if you're Braden Fisk, you're also probably excited to be able to learn at the feet of Aaron Donald. Like, yeah, maybe I don't get the shine I would have otherwise, but man, I get to sit here and watch a Hall of Famer at work and study him and talk to him and just mind meld with him a little bit. So, yeah, in the short term, maybe it does hurt, but hopefully, ideally, there are benefits that serve you well over the remainder of your career.
I think you're right. Like, I ultimately think you're right about this. And again, it's Aaron Donald, and Aaron Donald, I think, will be a pretty good judge of whether or not he can do this, because he does not want to come back and not look the same. That will be embarrassing for him.
Yes.
And I'm willing to bet his standard for I can pull this off is pretty high. Like, it's basically, do I look like me or not? What I do think, though, is interesting from Fisk's perspective, and again, I have no idea if he's thinking about this, but just the idea of, okay, it's not that long ago, me and my IRL buddy, Jared Verse, they were very close, played together before, as coming into this team as rookies.
Yep.
We were talked about as like this backbone and foundation for the defense moving forward, like for several years. Jared Verse just got traded. It is for Myles Garrett. Like, he wasn't salary dumped. He was traded for a real dude. But Jared Verse is not on the team anymore. Now all of a sudden Aaron Donald's coming back. Like, how does this affect me? Like, what effect will this have on me? Again, I don't want to start talking about, like, I think there are problems about to happen because, again, Aaron Donald coming back would be a positive. Sean McVay is great with talking with players. They have a really great system over there, great culture. It would be really exciting. It was just something that dawned on me, like the idea of, like, could there be, if nothing else, areas that everyone needs to be mindful of and to address if you bring back Aaron Donald, knowing you have this young and up-and-coming defense that's obviously going to be concerned about where they fit into the mix.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think this is also part of what happens when you go all in, is that you are, in some ways, I won't say mortgaging the future, but you're at least delaying the future in order to win in the now. And so I think that's something to consider. By the way, if you were worried about Shohei Ohtani, don't be. He just hit a solo home run to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Dodgers gave up 2 in the top of the first. Shohei just got 1 back, 2-1 Diamondbacks, bottom 1.
So I guess you don't need a knee to hit.
I guess not. No.
Or a left knee.
He just went opposite field, 21st home run of the season, 2-1 D-backs.
Of course he did. It's just ridiculous. He is so ridiculous.
It's insane. I was saying the other day on the Blue Review, that, I obviously for the show and having to do the show every day, I'm always watching. There it is. I'm watching the Dodgers every night. And look, a lot of times it's sort of on in the background. And when most guys come up, look, I enjoy watching them play. I enjoy watching Andy Pages, Freddie Freeman, so on and so forth. But when those guys come to the plate, sometimes I'm maybe doing something else, right?
You're multitasking.
I am. I'm making sure the kid's okay. I'm grabbing something to eat. When Shohei comes up, I stop what I'm doing and I watch everything that he's doing, because to your point earlier, there's a finite amount of time we get to see this greatness. And so I want to sort of take in every at-bat. And look, sometimes he strikes out or he hits a ground ball to second base, but sometimes he hits the ball halfway to Burbank, and I want to watch when he does those sorts of things.
By the way, tonight is a really rare, terrible night for you and I doing this show, because often when we're in this type of time slot, we will be watching the many TVs around us and updating people who may be in the car. Hey, this is what happened with the Dodgers. Here's what's happening with the Lakers in Summer League. Dodgers are on MLB TV, and the Lakers are on Prime.
Right.
And these TVs are old.
Here we go. Greg?
No.
It's true, though.
I'm not complaining.
I do.
Okay. You are complaining. I am not complaining. I'm simply saying
he's observing.
It makes Marcus and I trying to be the eyes and ears for our listeners makes it a little bit more difficult. That's all I'm saying. Like the folks watching right now on YouTube actually may have an easier time multitasking all this stuff than you and I, the actual sports host.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Blue Review, I was listening this morning.
The Blue Review.
And you guys were talking about, and I forgot the name of your guest.
Anthony Witrato.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you were talking about the struggles that the Dodgers have had to find somebody that works in the 2 spot.
Yes.
Why has specifically that spot been elusive?
I don't know. But to your point, Andy Podges hitting number 2 tonight, just hit a solo home run. It's tied 2-2.
I guess I solved it.
Right? But to answer your question, I don't know, other than it's just one of those weird things that has happened this year with the Dodgers, that no matter who they've put in the number 2 spot, it has been a struggle. The year began with Kyle Tucker there, and he got out of the gates really terribly. Lately, he started to come around a little bit since they've moved him down the lineup. But they tried with Kyle Tucker. It didn't work. They moved Freddie Freeman to the number 2 spot, figuring, hey, it's Freddie Freeman, right? He's going to be okay. But he went through some struggles in the 2 spot. They tried Mookie Betts there. That didn't work out. They've put Will Smith there for 1 or 2 games, but it hasn't really mattered who's been there. It just hasn't worked. And so that's why I feel like it's just one of those sort of unexplainable things about baseball, because if it were just one guy, maybe 2 guys, you could say, hey, I don't know, maybe they're pitching them differently. But because it's been a wide range of players that have been there and none of them have had any real success, I know as of a few weeks ago, the Dodgers were getting the least amount of production from the number 2 spot of any team in the league. It's baffling. And it's just, this baseball is weird, and sometimes things just can't be explained.
It also speaks to just how first world and champagne the Dodgers, finger quotes, problems are. They can't figure out the 2.
Yes.
They can't figure out the 2 hole.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they'd be, 65-29 if they could figure this out, as opposed to merely 61-33 with half the roster injured this year.
That's the thing. It's like so many guys have been hurt, missing time. They've got probably an all-star's worth of pitchers on the IL right now. I mean, they haven't had real contributions from Edwin Diaz or Blake Snell or Tyler Glasnow. They just got Evan Phillips back, and they are dog walking the rest of the NL West at this point, to the point that, they just had a 3-game series against the Rockies, and it didn't really matter. I mean, they won 2 of 3, but it was also like if they had lost 2 of 3, everybody would have shrugged their shoulders and we just would have moved on to the next thing.
I have a question, Marcus.
Yes.
So with the Dodgers, I don't want to say they're playing bad, but they're definitely not playing elite baseball to Dodger standards. And I want to know, is it something that we got to watch out for? Because they're kind of just like strolling through and they're still so good. Is that something we got to worry about come October when teams get hot and they're just like, well, we were playing mediocre and we were still won. We're at the top.
Yeah. There's a part of me that is worried that because they have such a big lead, that will they have any real games of consequence between now and October? I think that's a little bit of a concern. I think what eases my mind a little bit is because these are such veteran guys and they have been through these battles before. They've won back-to-back World Series, and they had to grind out 7 games of a World Series. But
people forget, for all the bitching about the payroll, they could have easily lost last year in the World Series. Easily.
Travis Rogers and I have talked about this before, that you look at games 6 and 7 of the World Series, about 10 different things had to go right for the Dodgers to win those 2 games, and they went 10 out of 10. If one of those things go wrong, the Blue Jays are your World Series champions right now. But because so many of these guys have been through these battles, they are veterans. Dave Roberts knows how to keep these guys on track. I think that's the thing that gives me some level of confidence that even if they don't play any real competitive games in terms of the standings between now and October, that these guys will figure out a way to get it done when it matters.
I mean, just you would think that the Dodgers, did not lose a game the entire World Series run last year and won every game by a margin of at least 5 runs. The way people complain about, the Blue Jays gave them quite literally everything they could handle.
Yes.
While still winning a World Series. They absolutely pushed the Dodgers to the limit, which I'm not going to say means their payroll doesn't give advantages or anything. Obviously, having this many great players, thumbs up, it's helpful. But it has not led to them just regular season. Yes, they are walking over everyone. Playoffs, they've had to earn it just like everyone else.
They really have. And my answer this year, especially to will the Dodgers spend their way to a World Series championship? My response is, look at the Mets. The Mets are a disaster, and they have a top 2 payroll in Major League Baseball. They are looking very much like they're going to be sellers at the trade deadline because it has been about as bad as you could imagine in Queens. So just opening the checkbook and writing checks does not guarantee success on the field.
Speaking of the payroll and what guys are making, Victor Wembanyama came to an agreement with the Spurs on an extension that has raised the eyebrows of a lot of people covering the league. Not quite as big a cash register as people expected. Talk about that coming up next, 710 ESPN.
Coming up on Road to the Cup tonight at 8 p.m., we'll take a look at what's in the future for Team USA, Mexico, and Canada, all of them ousted in round of 16.
Yeah, and France against Spain going forward as well in the semifinal. Plus, we're going to take a look at Norway versus England and Argentina versus Switzerland tomorrow.
So much to get to tonight. He's Mario Rees. I'm Dave Denholm. Join us for Road to the Cup tonight, 8 o'clock, right here on ESPN LA.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code FLEX to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code FLEX to borrow up to $10,000. Use code FLEX to borrow up to $10,000.
This summer's biggest football watch party experience is happening at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa. No matter who you're rooting for, Mercado Gonzalez is your soccer fan paradise. Surrounded by non-stop game day energy, passionate fans, drink specials, surprise giveaways, grab fire asada tacos, slow braised quesadilla, fresh ceviches, warm churros, and more while you cheer on your team with the entire Mercado. Mercado Gonzalez, your soccer fan paradise this summer. Every single knockout match is available at Mercado Gonzalez in Costa Mesa, where every match tastes better.
Hey, John Ireland here with the Globe Life Spotlight. Today we're shining a light on Stephanie Poe. Stephanie has been building a successful career at Globe Life since 2012. When she opened her agency, she started with nothing but a vision and the determination to succeed. Today, her team serves hundreds of business clients and is a Globe Life top performer. Thank you, Stephanie, for your incredible work, and thank you, Globe Life. Find life insurance you can afford and start your own success story today. To learn more, visit globelifecareers.com.
Hey guys, Sedano here, and summer's here. Everyone's getting together. So why are you still living with those same old floors? Upgrade with Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. They've got millions of in-stock options, including CoreTech, the original 100% waterproof, kid-proof, pet-proof, luxury vinyl flooring in stock and can be installed in a few days. Visit the showroom next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway or online at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, because no sale beats wholesale.
Are you in that YouTube chat tonight? Or you're listening on the app or on 710 AM? We're talking all things LA sports, live and local. The destination for LA sports keeps rolling on LA's mega sports station, ESPN LA.
The destination for LA sports.
Destination for LA sports, Andy Kamenetzky, Marcas Grant. Before we get to Victor Wembanyama earning his money, Laura, you were really taken by DoorDash delivery driver earning her money?
So there was a video that popped up into, I still call it Twitter, okay, but
of course
X, whatever. That this,
I only call it Twitter.
Well, yeah, I get a lot of heat for not calling it X, but anyways, I digress. So there was a video that popped up on my feed of this lady. She gets struck by somebody who apparently was being chased by the cops. She was getting out of the car to deliver the food to whatever, her customer. She gets struck. You see her kind of get rattled. She quickly goes to pick up the bag and then delivers the food. Listen, I'm sorry, whoever I'm delivering to. If I just got hit by a car, best believe I'm going to send you a message saying, I will not deliver.
Hey, I'm out here. You got to come get it.
Yeah, something happened.
You got to come get it.
The flip side of it, though, is she might have felt like, all right, my car just got hit. I almost got killed. You're damn right I'm bringing this food to the door. I am completing this delivery. Come hell or high water. I've literally been through hell for this delivery.
You're a bigger man than me.
I'm getting my 5 stars. I'm getting all of it.
You know what this is? It's Tom Hanks at the end of Castaway. Right? He spends all this time on this island. He finally gets rescued. And what does he do? He delivers the FedEx package. I mean, I'm sure the person doesn't need it at that point. It's been several years. But he shows up at the door.
It's the principle of the
and
matter.
Delivers the FedEx. He got the job done. And this woman did the job. Good on her. But, I'm with you. I'm like, hey, I'm going to text you and be like, hey, can you come to the car?
Shout out to this DoorDash driver. This happened in Houston. And she did earn her 5 stars, okay? So I'll say that's what happened. But really quick, just kind of throwing a little shout out to the DeMarco and Travis. We did draft Tom Hanks movies.
I was listening.
And Castaway was not picked.
Wow.
That was not the one that surprised me the most.
Which one? Was it The Terminal or the other one?
That movie's not very good. Catch Me If You Can. I was stunned did not get drafted.
Yeah, we did not draft that either.
It's a great movie.
It's a fantastic
movie. It's a good movie. I was really mad. I picked second. I was really mad that Travis took Saving Private Ryan, even though that is the clear-cut number 1 choice, in my opinion.
Where did Forrest Gump go?
Second, I took it.
Okay.
I also took Big, which some people...
Big is excellent.
I know,
awesome movie.
But it came out in 88. I was born in 88. So a lot of people were not like, oh, you went there. Instead of...
I mean, it's considered one of his all-time classic movies.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I that's a terrific pick.
Yeah, I love that. I was surprised that DeAndre took Captain Phillips. I don't know why, even though that's a great movie, but I was a little bit mad he took it because it would have landed on me.
Now what I'm gathering, and I didn't hear this, but DeAndre took Captain Phillips and Philadelphia, so he was
and Toy Story.
So yeah, because 2 of the 3 are sort of downers.
That's a very wide range of movies.
Huge range,
Toy
right?
Story, Captain Phillips, and Philadelphia.
Those are all
3 very different movies.
They are.
Even Captain Phillips and Philadelphia, serious movies. They're very different serious
movies.
Are.
Yes.
So Toy Story, I didn't pick Toy Story because I was like, DeAndre specifically said he was not very knowledgeable about Tom Hanks movies. And I said, okay, I know he's going to know Toy Story, so either I'll do Forrest Gump or Toy Story. I was the number 2 pick. So I went with Forrest Gump. Of course, he goes with Toy Story. He's like, it's my childhood, blah, blah, blah. I gave that one to him. Then he picks Captain Phillips, which I was like, oh, okay. And then his dad picked, suggested, Philadelphia. So that's why he picked that one.
So he drafted on behalf of Papa Hawkins?
That's what it sounds like. We talk about how in Toy Story, Woody is actually the villain. Woody is the villain of Toy Story because none of that happens without Woody being jealous and knocking Buzz Lightyear out of the window.
No. Let me push back here. Buzz is a jerk. He comes in as an, I almost cursed, effing jerk. And I was like, no, bro, know your place. Have a little humility. And he had to be knocked down a few pegs.
But he was Buzz Lightyear of Star Command.
I don't care. So shout out to Woody for knocking his little astronaut butt down to Earth because that's where you are. Relax. I'm glad he got beat up a little bit, knocked up, and had to get humbled.
He did get an ego check by the end of the movie, but if Woody just
maybe that's
checks,
what Bam did to Tyler. I don't know.
Checks his own ego, then Buzz doesn't fall out of the window, and they don't get captured by Sid, and the whole thing doesn't happen.
What you're talking about, Marcus, by the way, there's a very similar theory or narrative that has since come up that the actual villain in the Karate Kid
is Daniel.
Yes, it's Daniel. It's not Johnny Lawrence.
No.
It's Daniel.
Like, Johnny has his own things that he's got to work out, but he's provoked by Daniel multiple steps along the way.
Like, the beginning, the thing on the beach, Johnny was clearly looking for a fight.
Yes.
Like, he was in a bad mood. He's jealous because he sees...
And look, he was a little aggressive with Elizabeth Shue.
Yes, a little bit aggressive. Like, But he had said, though, ironically, right before then, that it was his senior year and he's just looking to get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's like, I'm going to get it together. I'm going to get it right. Then he gets obviously jealous seeing his ex with Daniel LaRusso. But then from there, it is largely Daniel picking fights with him.
Yes.
And instigate, like the school dance with the hose that he put into the stall when Johnny's in there.
Yep.
Daniel didn't have to do that.
No. Daniel was the bully there, which I didn't go deep into the Cobra Kai. I know a lot of folks watched all of Cobra Kai, but I did love that it's all these years later, and Daniel's, obviously he's had this success. He's kind of a big hotshot, but Daniel's kind of a jerk, and Johnny is the guy who's sort of down on his luck, trying to, make amends with people.
The first season or two of Cobra Kai was really good, and then it just became ridiculous.
Mm.
And the more it focused on the kids, the worse that it got. The kids all did a good job acting. It's just their stories weren't that interesting, and all of them, too, were like 20th degree black belts. Like, it became ridiculous, the fighting that they were doing. Like, they were looking like Jet Li out there. It was like Jet Li and Bruce Lee and like Van Damme would have lost to these kids. It was absurd. But the original starting point of just Johnny Lawrence, like you said, down on his luck and kind of still stuck in the 80s.
Yeah, still
when he was
the
at
All-Valley Championship.
Yeah. He was actually, I'm blanking on his name, the actor.
Billy Zabka.
Billy Zabka was really good in the role. Like, it's a really good performance. And he actually, I think, start to finish was the best part of the show. But yes, you could argue that Daniel actually started all this.
Yes.
Not like Woody.
Agree to disagree.
Do you feel that as the movies went along, Woody remained a villain?
No. I think Woody, by the end of the first movie, realized the error of his ways, and he and Buzz became legitimately friends. And so that sort of happened. But yeah.
Stinky Pete, villain.
Stinky Pete?
Is that what his name? The little was it Stinky Pete?
I keep thinking Skinny Pete, but that's Breaking Bad.
No.
Yeah, that's.
Remember when
I know who you're talking about. He's like an old cowboy type.
Yeah,
right?
like the toy that wanted Woody to be sold to
Yeah,
China.
Stinky Pete.
Stinky Pete.
Yeah,
he was
It's like a ranch hand or something, right?
Yeah, little man. I was mad when he was trying to get Woody to get sold. See, I'm very invested in Toy Story. You guys just
You should have just drafted it.
I should have, but I really like Forrest Gump too, though.
But I'm just saying, like you said before, that you somewhat left it on the board because you were concerned DeAndre wouldn't have.
I know he could Google, but
that's a DeAndre problem. That's not a Laura problem.
Yes, but either way, I feel like Forrest Gump. Like, to me, even Travis made the argument that Forrest Gump is too long, which it is.
It's a little long.
But also is a movie that I can see and rewatch anytime. If it's on, I'm not going to flip the channel. I'll watch.
If we're talking about villains in movies, Jenny was a straight-up villain in Forrest Gump.
Oh, yeah, Jenny.
Well,
she only came around when she needed things from Forrest.
To be fair, she had a junk habit.
She did.
That's not going to bring out the best in you.
She did. But then eventually she also shows up at the end and is like, hey, Forrest, here's a kid. I'm dying now.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a lot.
Right? So,
she was.
She also recognized Forrest is a man of honor.
Yes.
He will not just take good care of our child. He will take better care of this kid than I ever could. But yeah, you're right. That's a hell of a, hey, we haven't seen each other in a while.
Hey, here's your kid. I'm dying. Thanks.
And I need you to take care of me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
not just the kid.
Go.
Well, I mean, he had the money at that point.
He did have the money. He had that
So-
shrimping money.
Yeah.
But speaking of Tom Hanks, too, a movie I knew would not get drafted, but I just want to shout it out because
Which
it's
one?
awesome. It's a movie called Punchline.
Oh.
It came out the same year as Big, and his performance got overshadowed by Big. He plays this, like, I don't want to say wannabe. He's working as an unknown stand-up who's trying to get his break.
Oh, he's a medical student.
Yeah, he's a medical student, and he wants to be a stand-up. Like, he was pushed really hard by his father, who's a doctor, to go to medical school. He never wanted to do that. He showed a lot of promise, but dropped out to become a comedian. And he's great in the movie. Sally Field's in it, John Goodman. But he has this scene where he finally gets this showcase in front of a bunch of studio people that are looking for guys like in sitcoms and things like that. And he has a nervous breakdown on stage.
Oh.
And he talks the thing through. He's amazing in this performance. Like, it's a very dark Hanks role. He's really good.
Like the McDonald's kid I told you guys about. Were you here?
Oh, yes.
So I went back, Andy. I will fill you in, Marcus. So
Okay, wait. Save it for the other side. Laura's going to give an update to Wednesday's story of how her drive-through order at McDonald's went horribly wrong. That's coming up next. Destination for LA Sports, Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, 710 ESPN.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Call Jacob. Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
800-345-6789. Count the facts. Count on Jacob.
Count your options, then count on Jacob. 800-345-6789.
Put it in your phone. Memorize it.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hi, folks, it's Oral Hershiser, and I couldn't be prouder or more excited to introduce the new Oral Hershiser Chevrolet here in beautiful Chino. Chevrolet has been a part of America's story for over 100 years, built on grit, reliability, and doing things the right way. And that's exactly how we are going to earn your business at Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. So come on in, say hello, and let us earn your trust. Oral Hershiser Chevrolet. Bulldog tough, Chevy strong.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Hey, John Ireland here. Here in Los Angeles, our city water is loaded with chlorine and chemicals. That's why I got a Life Source whole house water system. It cleans and conditions water from every tap for healthier water with no salt and no regular maintenance. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did, and I'll never go back. Call the Life Source California factory today at 800-WATER-99 or visit lifesourcewater.com. Life Source water, it's not just better, it's essential. Life Source. Taste and feel the difference. Warranty limitations apply.
And it is the destination for LA Sports.
Right now on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
One quarter in the books for the Lakers in Vegas against the Thunder in the Summer League. They're up 24-23. Cameron Carr, 7 points, 2 of 4 from the field. He's hit a 3. He's also got 2 blocks. It's pretty cool. Duthero, 2 points, a rebound, a steal. And Chris Magnon got 2 points. Arthur Kaluma 6 points in 5 minutes off the bench.
Wow. All right.
I love the 2 blocks for Cameron Carr.
No, it's fantastic. Because they need somebody who can be another wing defender.
I don't think he's quite there yet, but he's got the tools for it, man.
Yeah.
His wingspan.
7-foot wingspan?
That's insane for a guy that is like 6'5" in specific shoes. He's got long ass arms. Dodgers are tied 2 apiece with the Diamondbacks. Top of the third, 0 outs. Kyle Hurt on the mound for the Dodgers in place of Shohei Ohtani. Laura, you were going to give an update on the drive-through disaster you described on Wednesday at McDonald's, and I guess you went back?
So, yes. So, Marcus, really quick to catch you up. My niece wanted some fries. We went pretty late. I ordered something. The guy didn't even ask for my payment. He gave me the bag, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, this is the wrong order. Very politely. It wasn't, like, rude. I've worked at McDonald's, okay? Like, trust me. So, I was like, hey, man, you might have, first of all, I was like, I need to pay. Second, you gave me the wrong order. He freaks out, literally has a full meltdown, starts crying. It was the whole thing. I was there for like 10 minutes, did not know what to do. It was the weirdest encounter I've probably ever had at a drive-thru, and hopefully we'll ever have at a drive-thru.
He must have been going through some things.
Yes. So Trav mentions, like, oh, you should go back. You know, he's like, I'm deeply, like, worried about this kid, even though we don't know him. So my niece and I drove through the McDonald's because it's not far from where I live, and there was no line. So I was like, you know what? I'm actually intrigued, and I hope he's okay. Again, I've worked there before. So I go through the line. We order something small. The older lady that was comforting him and took him away from the window was the one that helped me. And I was like, hey, I was here yesterday. You know, the gentleman was very distraught. I just want to make sure he's okay. She was a little bit thrown off that I was this invested.
Right.
But I'm genuinely like, is this kid good? And she was like, you know what? He was going through something. He no longer works here. So I was like, oh my God. And she's like, no, we didn't let him go. He just chose that it was the best thing for him to leave. And I was like, whoa, like, I don't know what's happening in this kid's life, but I really hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Well, Laura, I didn't know the backstory. I was hoping for a little bit of a happier update.
No.
Wow. But I do hope he's all right.
I do too. Now
Yeah.
I may drive to this McDonald's.
So
I'm very concerned.
The lady, okay, again, I worked at McDonald's, and like the older señoras, like the older ladies, you know, are very motherly. So I started speaking to her in Spanish.
The viejitas.
Viejitas?
Viejitas, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of like,
Or
you know,
tias.
señoras. Yeah, they don't like viejitas very much, but, you know, they
didn't hear me.
Yeah. So I'm sure someone out there did, but she basically mentioned that he was going through a lot, that he was fine, and he had been messing up a lot. Like, that wasn't the job for him, you know? And I was like, okay, that makes sense. He looked to be very young, too, so... Again, I've been there. It sucks. I told you guys how I thought I was going to get fired for telling somebody that this wasn't McDonald's. You can't bleep and have it your way. And it came out in the speaker. So, you know, just show grace to people because you never know what they're going through.
You never know what they're going through. But it also, maybe not in this kid's case, but I always say that everybody should have a job, either working food service, working retail, something front-facing where you have to deal with customers because, one, you know, it teaches you a lot of things, but it also teaches you to be a better customer. Like, you understand when you're on the other side of that counter how to treat people because you've been there at some point.
Yeah, it is I think you're correct. It is, in a lot of ways, kind of a mandatory experience to just learn. I don't even want to necessarily say humility, but just like empathy.
Empathy, yeah.
Like, because especially, too, when you are working that job, everyone is at a higher station than you. In terms of the people that you deal with. Like, you're never on equal footing with the people that you deal with in your job. Like, unless maybe there's somebody working below you. But for the most part, if you're working in retail, like that type of job.
You're all pretty much equal.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone you encounter, they are all at a station higher than you, and you learn a lot from the way they treat you.
Yes. But the other thing, too, is, so as somebody who did work at McDonald's, I've done customer service. Also, like, I used to work at Sears and Walmart. So I know when people are being super rude, but I also know when people are being lazy and not doing their job because I've also done it. So, you know, my niece used to work at Starbucks, and that girl's out of pocket. She's 20 years old, and I was like, you can't talk to people like that. Well, people used to talk to me like that. It doesn't matter. You don't treat people like that. I don't care if people treated you that way. You do better. You know, but if you're out here gaslighting me, let's get it popping. It's not going to be cute.
That's wild because my sister worked at Starbucks for a while. I know they have very strict protocols on like how, not just how to treat people, but like especially how to make the drinks, that they test you on that every so often too, to make sure you're doing it to the company standards.
So I went to Starbucks, I won't say which one, to order my drink, and they took like 15 minutes. They hadn't done it. They gave my niece her drink, and I said, what the? Like, I was like, hey, you know, they're like, oh, we're backed up. I was like, okay, whatever. We sat, we chit-chatted. Maybe like 20 minutes later, nothing, and I go, and the guy's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They still haven't made it. And at this point, they had knocked out 5. The girl forgot my drink. It was sitting on the side. It was like super watery. I was like, yeah, I don't want it. And see, that's where I'm like, I don't mind being that person at that time because that's on you, not me.
Well, I don't think they'd mind me sharing this story. When we were doing that remote at the Hard Rock in Tejon,
yes,
I had lunch with some of the people from Hard Rock, and one of the people there told me about, and we had lunch there. The food was awesome. Like, it was really, really good. And they talked about how they have like a true uniform standard. Doesn't matter where in the world you go to a Hard Rock, they not just make it exactly the same, they use the exact same equipment.
Wow.
Like, they use the same everything.
That's
so
wild.
there is like a baseline standard that they know they can replicate. And it was really good. Like the
Messy Burger was good.
Oh, the Messy Burger was really good. I had a salmon bowl that was really good. They brought out those dessert nachos. They were amazing.
Everything was great.
Yeah, it was really, really good. And I found that really fascinating. Just the idea of like, it's that uniform of a standard. All right. We're going to be leaving you all for the weekend. Andy Kamenetzky, Marcus Grant, Laura, Kasim, the kids in the back with the social media. We all appreciate you being here with us for Destination for LA Sports, and we will see everyone again on Monday, 710 ESPN.
Coming up on Road to the Cup tonight at 8 p.m., we'll take a look at what's in the future for